を連れてって染み込んでしまう前に見えないまま掴みたいとかどうせ叶わないからさ。手はずっと濡れていていつか落としてしまうことまだ気づいてなかった。染み込んでしまう前に見えないまま掴みたいとかどうせ叶わないからさ。手はずっと濡れていていつか落としてしまうことずっと気づけなかった。僕を連れてって染み込んでしまう前に見えないままやられちゃうとかどうにもできないからさ。話せないでずっと濡れていていつかなくしてしまうこと今気づきたかった。
It has been 5 pool showcases to come to this point. Ladies and gentlemen, I think you guys at this point are sick and tired of hearing this intro, but we are finally, at long last, at the very end with this Grand Finals pool showcase. I mean, you already know the gist. We have been working on, the pooling team has been working on this pool for God knows how long at this point. I think Mirage will be able to give you a better perspective, but for reference, we've been working on AQS pools, or no, APC pools, pardon me, way before even when Project Hexagon got the 6WC announcement, or the announcement that we would get 6WC. This whole tournament idea was just a spur-in-the-moment shot in the dark when, not sure if you guys know, but Hoshi, Mei-Ling Hong from the Philippines, reached out to me asking if they wanted to host something. I got Perry got Mirage, and then we tagged William along, and well, that is what we are seeing today. This is the fruits of our labor, and this is the final culmination of what, hell, 5-6 months of preparation has come down to. This is only my second tournament that I've hosted, so I mean, it has been an absolute journey. And speaking of a journey, that's what this Grand Finals pool will be. Because it will be a journey, to say the very least. Not gonna be the easiest journey. In fact, a very, very rocky and, I'm sorry, players journey, but a journey nonetheless. And at the very end, well, you have to wait and see. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's not sit around for any longer. Let's not dilly-dally any further. Let's jump straight into this Grand Finals pool showcase, the final pool showcase of the 6-digit Asia Pacific Cup. Let's kickstart it all with our beloved Nomad 1. It's gonna be Daraka Hitori Janai by Little Glee Monster. Let's jump straight into it.
Alright, everyone. As mentioned already, this will be the Nomad 1, and this week we have surprisingly a rather normal Nomad 1. A little bit of a heads up, our pooling team does put a lot of effort into making sure that each round has a great amount of round-to-round diversity. But this week's Nomad 1 and Nomad 2 had to be a little bit compensated for the rest of the pool that you will be very excited to play, I'm sure.
Mirage Fire when he can't have perfect pool diversity across all 6 pools.
Well, yeah, this week we have to settle with a bit of a... It's very similar. This week's Nomad 1 is very similar to last week, actually. This is the raw aim Nomad 1. 180 BPM, 3 minutes 30 seconds. It's your coin flip aim map that you know, or you maybe don't know and hate.
I mean, you say it's a coin flip, right, Mirage? But there is just one player that I'm thinking of that this will not be a coin flip. But I think for a lot of other players, everybody will start to struggle on the aim, right? In the earlier round, or in the round just before in finals, we really saw a lot of people struggling to hold combo on the Nomad 1, and I think this kind of Nomad 1 is on something so mechanically challenging, you know, almost 5.9. Definitely going to be a challenge for a lot of these players.
Yeah. Well, this will probably still be more of a pick for the lower seed, or lower seed. Well, we only have C2 and C3 left anyways, but yeah, lower seeded team versus the higher, just the current C1. But yeah, this is definitely more of a coin flippy pick. It's raw aim. It's pretty standard. It should be very comfortable for most people. At most, I would say it's probably going to be a unfortunate shit miss, but I expect decently high score on this for this week. Again, it's pretty similar to last week's Nomad 1. Maybe
it's only downhill from here, at least when it comes to the skill set balance. That's all I can say. I will say this song is really, really good. He say yo. Oh my gosh, it's this song!
I think it's an anime opening for one of the animes, but I don't know which one, so... I think it's My Hero Academia. But...
Oh, of course! No, I just got outed as a My Hero Academia. Oh no, it's the closing of My Hero Academia season 1 or 2 or some shit.
Oh,
I just got outed. But I used to listen to this song a lot.
Oh, I see.
I adore this song.
I recognize it from somewhere, but I wasn't like sure where exactly.
It's such a tender song, right? I love this song so much.
It's probably, yeah, it's pretty tender. It's also like kind of chill, I guess, especially for a normal one, and especially for the rest of the pool where we have cooked up.
Oh man, they're not ready for Hard Rock 3. They are not ready for Hard Rock 3.
They're not ready for a lot of things in this pool.
Oh my goodness.
All I can say, oh yeah, a little bit of a heads up. I saw some like comments in the chat saying, "Where's the K-pop already?" And there's no K-pop this week because South Korea got eliminated. So that has nothing to do with it.
Sorry.
That had nothing to do with it. But yeah. No K-pop this week. And trust me, it will go. The map pool will go a little bit crazy. What? It's not an FC caveman.
Awesome caveman.
The map pool will definitely get crazier a little bit later.
100%. But with that, we come to the end of our No Mod 1 at long last. Let's move on to No Mod 2, and I have never heard this song in my life, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to All My Turn by Superstar Mitsuru.
Alright, this week's No Mod 2, again, it's relatively similar to last week. A little bit of a compensation had to be made for the rest of the pool. Is it another low BPM, low stream type of map? There's an extra addition that there is actually finger control in this map. And yeah, sitting at 170 BPM, again low BPM, although this is not as low as last week. Somehow this map is 5.8 stars. Don't ask me how. It is. The flow aim is pretty tough, and again there's a bit of finger control. It is a short map though, way shorter than last week. Sitting at about 2 minutes. Actually, no, the drain time is only 1 minute 30 seconds.
Yeah. Who put a farm map in my No Mod 2? That's all I can say.
Well, yeah. It's definitely going to be a little bit on the easier side, and honestly, you'll probably be grateful for it.
Yeah, I think this map takes the flow aim that we saw in last week's No Mod 2, but cranks up the BPM by a very large margin. Or not the largest margin, it's just a 6 BPM difference, of course, but definitely the flow element is very pronounced in this map. More so, or you know, equal or more so to what we saw in last week's No Mod 2, which was True Blue, I believe.
Yes.
Which came in at 164 BPM. This map is 170 BPM, so about 6 BPM difference.
Yeah, but most of the stamina requirement, I would say, is removed in favor of more quotation mark more flow aim. There's slightly more, but like there's no spaced ones at least. But yeah, it's much shorter, much more comfortable on the stamina requirement. People might feel more comfortable despite the SR difference being 0.2. Again, SR is thick as hell, I guess. Another prime example, but yeah, it's a very short map, but again, you'll be thankful for it later. It will all make sense later, trust me.
Yep. Alright, and with that, we come to the end of the No Mod 2, and if you were feeling, you know, where's the overcooked, where's the burnt parts of this pool? Well, we are getting straight into that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a certified hood classic. I'm sure this song needs absolutely no introduction, but presenting our No Mod 3 is gonna be Necropolis by the one, the only Tsukuyomi. Replay done by me, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Holy crap.
Okay, chat, where do we even start with this? Okay. We start by saying this should probably not be 5.8 pool. Alright, let's get to it. No Mod 3 this week. Necropolis already mentioned. This is a relatively long No Mod 3 again. This is a 3 minute 30 seconds No Mod 3. I would call it this is a mixed odd, but to be completely on, I mean, it is mixed, I guess, but it's more so that it's like kind of a messy style No Mod 3. There will be more some like patterns that are like kind of like wilder to hit. It's not as messy as some other No Mod 3 that exist in higher rank range, but it's still pretty like difficult.
Pretty difficult is one way to put it, as he jumps straight into the KI. There are a lot of these overlapping, you know, slider patterns which kind of trip you up when you're, you know, trying to get that consistent reading on the map. Yeah, so definitely will trip some players up if they're not comfortable reading this kind of map. And of course, the main draw factor to this map, or the main difficulty factor is in all of these linear cut patterns, right? There's a lot of aim agility required, a lot of snapping required, as well as, you know, your periodical large curved flow aim that we just saw, like right here. Do not let this map. Okay, wait, no. This map isn't extremely hard to act, I think, at least from my standpoint. If you are comfortable on the aim and BPM, which I don't think anybody is, this map is honestly relatively simple rhythmically, at least compared to other No Mod 3s. I can already hear Mirage telling me to shut the fuck up. But trust me, guys. Trust me, guys. But yeah, the rest of the map is pretty similar, pretty standard to what we have already seen before. And also, for everyone's benefit, this is not the same set that was pulled in 6WC. Alright, this is a good map set. This map set is actually gas. Archisol, very, very fun. Very good mapper. Wow, replay didn't even hold 99 so bad. Do you want to see what happens in the ending? Holy crap.
Oh my god.
I'm not 5-digit, guys. I'm ethnic 6-digit. Please don't get me wrong.
Real.
Please know the difference. Know the difference. I'm an ethnic 6-digit. But yeah, this ending section will have some very tricky diff spikes to hit. And honestly, I think the scores on this map will probably be pretty suffering on this map. It is still a no mod, so relatively accessible, all things considered. But yeah, no, the consistency I don't think from any player will be there whatsoever.
Yeah. Welcome everyone. This is the first of the 4.
Whoa, let's not spoil anything. Whoa.
No. This is the first of the 4. What the hell is it doing in this map pool type of map?
The big 4. The big 4.
The big 4.
Gammy is a great demotivational speaker. I'm quoting that. Anyways, yeah, with that, we come to the end of Necropolis, a certified banger with an equally fun map. Do not question what's happened. Okay, look. My bad. I was fucking around and I found out, okay?
Okay.
L.
Yeah, no, truly an L watch this moment. But with that, we come to the end of No Mod 3, and here is where it gets interesting. So, when Perry and I set out to do APC, we initially had our first shortlist of mappers. One of these mappers was someone that we found from the Arushi's synthesis map set. Of course, we got Arushi for earlier round, and instead we got someone else for this round. We got one of the set owners. You might know them for their incredible work in other open rank tournaments, but their name is Kokoyu, known for their very unique style of tech mapping, known for their very good usage of movement and whatnot. It's funny, if you're in chat, you can glaze them in chat. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first custom map of this grand finals pool. It's gonna be Saikui, Raise Your Hands. I have never heard this song before. Huge shoutouts before we begin to Kaya Maniac for the lovely background for this map. That is in fact your co-host Perry Crayola. You love to see it. And yeah, this is gonna be a very interesting match to see in match. Mirage, take it away.
Alright, everyone. You know how last week we had like Titties No More 4, which was like already really hard, and like yeah, this was like 5.6, and like how much harder could possibly No More 4 be in grand finals? Well, here's your answer. This week we have, as mentioned already, a Kokoyu custom. Raise your hands. Woo! It's an incredibly dense No More 4 with freeform style mapping, and it's very hard to read as well.
Very hard to read.
It's we had to nerf this a lot of times. Alright, this was at one point this was considered 6.5 in terms of difficulty. So
yeah, no, this map is something. All right, the only thing I can say is we are sorry. But if it's any consolation, this is a very fun map. All things, yeah, like, look at it. It's all about like wide angles. It's all about, you know, these really wacky slider patterns, all these XL decel patterns. And mind you, this is the first custom that we had coming into APC. Initially, it was fine because our grand finals SR was like 6 stars. It's no longer fine, but trust.
It's definitely.
This is gonna be the high seed pick of all time, I think.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. This is probably like one of the hardest maps in the pool, even after all these nerfs. So, it'll be interesting to see how players do on it. Yeah, I mean, at least the song is familiar, and hey, if there's any like way to like comfort you all, hey, look, Perry did it, and she FC'd it, so surely had to be doable, right?
Yep, of course.
Thank you for your replay, Perry. It's
Oh, no problem.
showcasing how much we nerfed this map and like how easy it is to like FC it.
You just follow the sliders. That's totally something I'm known
Yeah,
for doing.
no, this ending KI is just, yeah, no, just don't bother. Don't bother. For the record, I played this and even I struggled to get anything above like 400, 500k. This map is so demon, but it's so good at the same time, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's
really
such a unique take on this song. Like, we always see Raise Your Hands in Batik. I think I've seen it in like 6 tournaments, 3 of which being from Mirage himself.
What the fuck?
and they always follow the same generic style of tech mapping, but this one I think is very, very unique, and it's great. That's because you're bad. Gammy, get better, bro. Someone banned Missing Note from chat. Thank you.
No.
But yeah, just before the maps ends off, like I want to give a huge thanks to Kokoyo, and I don't know if you're listening, but like I'm so sorry for having to ask for so many years. Like the CSR and then the ESR rework to push this map above, like up again and again. So like we had to nerf this map many times, but hey, here we are.
We are here. But yeah. Next up on our list, going one for another, the 1-2, and in fact, this is probably the most exciting map that we have to present to you guys. I know it's a bit crazy to think it's in the No More 5 slot, but you might know this mapper, right? Their name is Prody. They've done some stuff here and there for 6WC, DT1 in Quals, part of Cleaner Zoizai, I believe. And so we were asking them for a custom map, as you do. And they actually came to us and went above and beyond to produce something very special for 6 APC. Now, I know breakcore as a genre isn't something that most people are acquainted to, but ladies and gentlemen, I am so proud to announce on behalf of Prody himself that we present our first ever Project Hexagon custom song. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it is gonna be Prody. Thank you for staying by my side. Mapped by Prody himself. Let's jump straight into this No More 5. I know there's a lot less fanfare than we would have liked, but breakcore is very hard to work with. But yeah, let's take it away.
Yeah, this week's custom song number 5 will be a breakcore sitting at 230 BPM. So this week we have a more raw speed type of number 5 compared to last week's 210 or 215 BPM number 5, which was more stamina speed. Rain time wise is about 3 minutes, although the last 20 seconds or so is more of an outro, so you'll be sitting more at a 2-minute 40 seconds drain time, so a little bit on the average side. Stats wise, nothing too out of the ordinary, but yeah, the speed section later as we get into the TI relatively soon is pretty demon, honestly. Like there are very long bursts combined with some element of frame control within in the map, which makes it relatively hard to like keep up with it as we get to the TI relatively soon.
Yep, and we are jumping straight into it, straight into the action. This map, in pretty similar fashion to, you know, breakcore as a genre, it is very scary to hit. A lot of 5-note bursts, a lot of 7-note bursts. The finger control and speed and raw speed demanded from this map is nothing short of intensive throughout. 230 BPM is sort of hitting that benchmark where speed players stop complaining, and speed cap players like me stop being able to perma lobby. So yeah, this map 100% will be putting your speed to the test, and I'm looking at a certain Filipino speed player to absolutely demolish on this map because I mean it's honestly expected from this guy. It's honestly expected from this guy. But yeah, the entirety of the KI is extremely intense, and as you get into the second half of it, as you can see, we are getting into a more finger control-y section of the map. So there is a section for the raw speed, there is a section for the finger control, and overall gonna be limit testing really your raw speed and your comfort at 230.
Yep. As we get, I think, slowly into the outro of the map. That was... oh, okay. I was almost all of the speak sections already, and yeah, this should be the outro now. Yeah, huge shout out again to Brody for this custom song and custom map. He mapped it and like composed it, so...
Just the GOAT. Like, honestly, Brody providing this to us was such a surprise on my end. Like he literally just messaged me saying like, oh, do you want a custom song? And I was like, on Nova 5? On Nova 5 of all slots? Incredible stuff. And it's a pleasure to work with them moving forward. We'll definitely be getting them in for more projects down the line. Wink wink. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Prody. Thank you for staying by my side, and thank you for the very very good song and equally fun map. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going 1, 2, 3 in for the 3-peat. It's gonna be our third custom of the pool today. I know we have been absolutely stacked with customs, and we're not looking to slow down with this one. Dragonfire is already talking in chat about how this is his favorite map, and well, some background about this map is it was supposed to be in the finals round, and it got way too hard for finals, and it got way too hard for grands. So this map has, similar to the Nomad 4, has undergone multiple nerfs in the past. But I'm not gonna drag you guys on for much longer. This is gonna be a JRE map known for that really just wacky style of mapping, overlaps, mapping, reading, and also a member of the 5WC Philippines team. Huge shoutouts to that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be pseudo day by days mapped by JRE for this overlap reading Nomad 6, as well as custom art by the one, the only you might have seen their work before. In our, was it quarterfinals tiebreaker? It was the week tiebreaker.
Yeah.
And they've
Yes.
once again come back to work on another background on this map. But yeah, let's jump straight into it.
Oh boy, the week's Nomad 6. I mean, the mapper themselves is already in the chat and they said, I'm sorry, 6 digits. Yeah.
Yep. This is a map. This is definitely a map.
Right, let's get to the details. As you can already tell, this is incredibly overlap heavy. There's also like slider text in between them, so like you have to actually follow the sliders. You can't cheese them. Yeah, compared to last week's Nomad 6, this is like, of course, a world's difference. Like this is much more on the reading aspect of it, if anything. Your first few tries will probably look really terrible, but this is one of the maps that you need to practice and learn. So
yeah,
no side readings here,
100%.
please.
And mind you, this is a heavily nerfed version of the map. The map underwent several revisions before it got to this semi-playable state. And yeah, overall, I mean, this is just such a crazy map, right? You have all these sliders coming in with all of these stacks. It's a counting exercise, a slider following exercise, and a rhythmic exercise all in one. Just compounded to make such a demoniacal reading map. And there is exactly one slider that I'm sure all of our players will find misses on, which is hopefully coming very soon. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, Mirage.
I think so, if I remember correctly at least.
Yes,
but
sir.
I thought that one was nerfed out, or like nerfed.
Oh, was it nerfed? Did they nerf my beloved slider? This is so sad,
I
chat.
thought they did.
Oh, wait. No, did they kill my slider? Oh no, they didn't kill my slider.
Okay,
That's my beloved slider.
Yes, okay.
That's my
Wow.
slider.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, with that, we come to the very end of this Nomad 6. Once again, huge shoutouts to JRE for the map, as well as for the incredible custom background. But with that, we are going to walk towards our fourth custom. That's right, we have 4 of them in this pool. From our own very own pooling team. You might know them as a player, but they are here with us as a mapper. It's gonna be a Inya Hidden One. And this is one of my favorite songs. My favorite songs that we've custom mapped. It's gonna be Genghis to dub or not to dub. This CSR, my beloved. That's all I can say.
You should also
Let's jump straight into it.
You should also read out the difficulty there.
Oh yeah, did you guys know Shadow Sneak is a ghost type move with a base power of 40?
And a priority of +1.
Oh yeah, I forgot the priority of +1.
Very relevant
Of course.
information.
Very
Anyways,
relevant.
Hidden One this week, again, is a custom by Inya. Huge thanks to Inya for this custom. Awesome custom, by the way. This week's Hidden One is basically a Hidden 3. I won't even sugarcoat it, alright?
I ain't even gonna sugarcoat it.
Ain't no sugarcoating here. There is awkward aim, but this is not the main focus of the map. This is more of a tapping heavy Hidden One, if anything. As you will.
Oh, we're getting into the tapping very soon.
slowly. I know it looks like all aim right
Here
now,
we go.
but yeah, this is.
Oh, who put no more 2 in my Hidden One chat?
Yeah, this is sitting at 187 BPM, about 3 minutes and 40 seconds of drain time, so it's actually really long. It's the longest map so far, actually. CS is pretty generous, sitting at 3.5, so, you know, a little bit of leniency. AR9, a little bit on the lower side, I guess, for a 5.8 full, but like, it's okay. It's still AR9 at least. But yeah, there's also some tech sections later on as we get into the map, but like, yeah. Mainly tapping, some awkward aim, a little bit of tech as well, and yeah, again, I won't sugarcoat it. There's aim control as well as yeah. Some pretty difficult.
Yeah, as well as reading,
Yes.
reading, right? You can't understate the reading in this map. It is very rough.
Yeah.
How the fuck are you able to assess this parry? It's actually not that difficult, you know. Once you have a Maple client installed, it gets really easy.
Yeah. Just make sure you're showing him Maple, and like make sure you're not streaming to anyone.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Maple stops working.
Yeah, actually CDC at its core is actually a massive deranker Maple multi-account mafia. we just have Mirage to give us the impression that we're weak, you know.
What are we cooking, chat?
100%.
Oh my god. But yeah, just like many customs before, just like the other 4 customs, or 3 customs before this. Actually, no, I guess Brody's not, but like, this one has also been going at quite a lot of nerfs, actually, so. Yeah.
Brody was the only one who gave us a map that was actually usable, chat.
Yes.
In fact, I think Brody's map was actually too easy for the pool initially. We told him to bump up the intensity.
I think so, yes, actually, yeah.
Yes. In fact, I believe like we even made some special requests for Brody to like edit the song so that it was more suited for the SR.
I only remember like cutting a little bit of the intro or outro, I forgot, but like, yeah. The Brody's map was the one that had, difficulty-wise at least, the least amount of changes.
Yep. But yeah, this is gonna be Hidden One. One of my personal favorite custom maps in the pool. It's extremely fun to play if you can tap the BPM. Keyword on if you can tap the BPM. I cannot tap this BPM. But yeah, huge shoutouts to Inya for this custom map. And of course, while you're playing this map, it's very important to remember that Shadow Sneak is a ghost type move with a base power of 40 and has a priority of +1. Perry and I lost a Pokemon playthrough because we stole Shadow Sneak from our Delta Charizard in Pokemon Insurgents, if any one of you guys know. But yeah, anyways, moving away from pointless Pokemon references, we're finally breaking out of the non-custom zone. And we're gonna jump into our Hidden 2. The comment on this map was, sounds familiar, no? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think this map is very well known amongst players, but it's gonna be Fiend Disconnect. No, not that Fiend, but definitely a very, very rough map in our pool.
Let's see if anyone notices.
Good luck.
I want to see if someone notices. But anyways, let's talk about the map a little bit today, alright? Nomi already saying no, But yeah, this is the Nomi map, and this week's Hidden 2 will be as you'd expect, pretty much on the hidden reading side of things. AR 7.7, so don't be fooled that it is AR 8. CS 4.9, so almost 5. I don't actually know why it's 4.9 and not 5, but yeah, drain time 2 minutes 20 seconds. And DPM about 170. SR says this is a very easy map, setting at only 5.15.
Of course, yeah, that's true.
I love my hidden 2-star ratings, but it doesn't seem like anyone in the chat has noticed yet. So it's okay, I guess.
It's okay. No one notices.
Those who know, those who know, those who know, those who know.
I wonder if anyone will notice later on in the Mappool feedback. Oh no! We got someone. We got someone. We have a winner. We have a winner. We have a winner.
No.
Someone noticed. Oh no. But yeah, truth to be told, it wasn't intentional. I guess it just kind of happened. Honestly, I was aware of it, but I was like, you know, DT versus hidden, it sounds completely different, to be honest, and like it plays completely different. So I think it's to some degree justified. Could we have picked a different song? Yeah, we probably could have, but
This song is definitely look. All right, I think we should really be asking why Nomu decided to map this song. That's the real question.
Wow, changing the direction.
Hate my cat though.
Changing the direction.
No, Nomi hate, but like, what can I say, man?
And of course, Perry just casually like FCing this as always. There's nothing to.
I mean, it's not a very rhythmically dense map, you know. It's actually really easy.
Yeah. I hope our players will agree that this is a very easy map this week, but
This is a good song. This is one of my favorite songs. I love this. It's definitely up there with Welcome to the Black Parade and Lionheart in terms of quality.
and yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, anyways, as we move to the end of this Hidden 2, we are gonna jump straight into Hidden 3. We're going from 6-digit mapper to 6-digit mapper with this one. You know that name.
Oh, yeah.
If you played 6-digit before, you know that name. It's gonna be an
Oh, shit.
Amatystas Hidden 3. Once again, good luck, have fun. It's 120 BPM, but you sure know that doesn't mean shit. In fact, you sure know that makes it worse. Let's jump straight into Kikuo Oboreru Uchu Neko.
Congratulations.
Complete
Congratulations.
butchering of the name.
It is an Amethyst map, and we are actually going through again. It's not intentional. We're going through a lot of 6-digit mappers, but yeah, it's an Amethyst map, but it's not your usual Amethyst map. This is more of a. Actually, no, this is not more. This is precisely a snap alt map. I don't think you will find any crazy Amethyst sliders as you would usually do. Or
No!
at least I don't think so. But yeah, this week's Hidden 3 is 3 minutes 50 seconds. It's the longest map in the pool right now. Actually, it's the longest map.
Let's go.
There's
Wait,
nothing longer than
in the
this.
pool?
There's nothing longer than this aside from the tiebreak, obviously. But
This is huge.
Oh,
This is
wow.
absolutely huge.
but yeah,
Yeah, sorry guys. Tiebreaker is actually Sotak's drum map.
Oh, Haruki
Haruma-
Clover.
Haruma. Yeah, no, I was about to say that Harumachi Clover.
No more one.
But yeah, CS4 AR9, so pretty basic stats here. It's 120 BPM, which is pretty normal for Snap Alt. But yeah, this week's Hidden 3 is a little bit. It's definitely more on the aim side of things, given that our Hidden 1 is already pretty tapping intensive. So for better or worse, you have two Hidden 3s this week, but the Hidden 3 itself is more on the aim side of things.
Yeah, all this considered, definitely a lot more simple. I would say a lot more simple at least than the Hidden 2. But it's not the craziest thing. It's not the craziest thing that we've seen in the Hidden 3 slot, and definitely not the craziest thing that we've seen from Amatystas as a mapper, right?
Yeah, it's definitely.
All things considered, it's pretty simple.
Yeah, it's one of the more tame maps in this pool, and honestly, given what we've showcased so far, I think it should be. I think it's actually kind of okay.
This is the chill pill. This is the chill pill.
This is a chill build before we get into more crazy things in the hot
That's
pool.
right,
Yippee! But yeah, it's a
That's
pretty
right,
long map,
I mean-
so this will test you on the consistency as well. Again, being the longest map in the pool, so another good pick for lower seeded teams, I think, if they're comfortable with the skill set.
Yeah. Do you know what the lyrics of the song mean? Does anyone want to look at the lyrics of this song?
It's probably something. Well, it's
I
probably.
think it's cool.
Yeah,
Kikuo,
I was about to
I
say like it's Kikuo, so it's probably something.
You know, that's oh,
Mysterious.
the lyrics of this song, the title
No,
is
it's just-
literally
can you sing us
Universe
quick?
Cat Drowning. What are we doing, chat?
Why
Whoa,
are you
whoa,
doing cats?
What is happening? Oh my goodness, why is this song is okay, apparently it's about like a cat dying and about like rebirth or something. Man, I love
Yeah.
Kikuo, never change,
Melia
man.
have like a song about a cat microwave? I could be wrong.
What?
Tyre, you're in chat. Do you know the cat something microwave? Tyre, help. Okay, I guess I think I'll just sit so. Okay, yeah, see, Tyre says cat. Yeah, the cat evolved into a microwave-proof cat.
I have no idea what we're talking. Are we still talking about the pool? Are we still talking about the pool?
No,
guys?
no.
Talk about
we're not.
microwaving a cat now.
Yeah.
I hope there's no.
But yeah,
I
and-
hope there's no first time viewer watching a Mappool Showcase and just being like, why is always to talk about microwaving a cat? But
Honestly, look, this is what you're getting from 6WC commentary, honestly.
Hey,
Like,
oh
well,
my-
what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Project Hexagon podcast.
Today we'll be discussing microwaves and ovens and my experience with them.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna blow up the cat as well?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Anyways, as you come to the end of this Hidden 3, we are moving out of the Hidden Pool and we're moving in to the Hard Rock Pool. I don't think there's much to be said about this map from me personally, so I mean, we're just gonna jump straight into it, no? I think I've seen this background at least a few times, so maybe I've seen the map before, I'm not too sure, but it's gonna be The Order by Yuki Noah.
Well, visual novel fans I guess can be happy about this
Oh
map,
my
but
goodness.
yeah, it's a visual novel song. I'm
A
sorry.
whole grand total of 0 people.
What? I'm one of them, but anyways, I don't play in this tournament. We had a lot of like lower BPM or medium BPM maps so far, so like this Hard Rock one will be more on the faster side of things, sitting at 205 BPM, about 3 minutes in drain time. As usual, AR10, only 10, CS 5.2, you should know this, you're a Hard Rock player. But yeah, this week's Hard Rock one is much more on the faster side of things, and this will be sort of, it has some awkward aims, but as well as some like high BPM bursts. It's kind of similar to our round of 16 Hard Rock one, I guess. So if you were comfortable with that type of map, you should be pretty comfortable with this as well. But it is relatively standard if you're like comfortable on Hard Rock, like high BPM bursts.
Yep. I mean, I think fun fact about this map actually, someone mentioned it in chat, but I now remember where I remember this map from. It was actually used, I think a higher div was actually used in 5WC qualifiers as a Hard Rock 1 as well, I think.
Oh shit,
Of course,
okay.
I wouldn't know because I wasn't a Hard Rock player in my 5WC lineup, but
Not intentional.
yeah, I mean, food for thought, food for thought.
That's exactly, I guess, not intentional. I didn't even know that until now.
Yeah, but I mean, you said it very well, Mirage. There really isn't much else to talk about this song. You know, unlike No More 1, which was a good song, this Hard Rock 1 does not inspire much inside me.
No,
You know,
no, it doesn't. Even as the one
it is
who
not
actually.
the only good VN song that I've heard is the Yo Tokido te hoshi
No, we get
nanda.
Man, I want to pull that so bad. In fact, I would have pulled it if I had the choice, but I can't.
That is so real. That is so real. But I'm pretty sure that map got taken down as well. Like the Deputy Force rank set got taken down.
Yeah, all of them got taken down. Unfortunately.
Yeah, all of them got murdered.
Just like
It's such a phenomenal
they got
song.
murdered just like Sakura and Naruto.
Oh my god, don't remind me.
Uta is so bad.
No, it's so good. It's such an old classic for visual novel readers. But
Okay, it is a classic. It is a classic. Can't hate on
it's
it.
been in OC for so long, too. Like it's like
That's true.
the farm map.
I've been playing it from way back. I
Yeah.
think.
It's kind of sad that it was like, I think it was mass recorded or something. I don't know what it actually went through, so I'm not gonna talk to Phil about it. But yeah, it's kind of sad.
Yeah, truly, true. I mean, I know how we were talking about, you know, the hidden three being very long, but at least you can talk about the lyrics here. No, I have no idea what they're saying, but frankly, I do not care. Even if he was saying some deep shit, I would not care. Anyways, dissing the Hard Rock 1 aside, we are finally coming to the end of the map, and really this final KI, nothing really out of the ordinary from what we've seen before. Really, it's about these 200 BPM jumps in conjunction with the 200 BPM burst. Gonna be putting your beating, your Hard Rock comfort, gonna be putting your high BPM comfort as well to the test. And yes, chat, we cannot keep making these index Manjuke jokes. They were funny the first 70 times they were made. Yes, alright, we get it. We get it. Any pool, any map that's above 5.6, the index Manjuke favorite map. Thank you guys.
Hey, it's not five.
Anyways.
The next map is not 5.6. Congratulations.
That is true, because we are moving into our Hard Rock 2. It's gonna be Shuen no Kefu by Risa Yuzuki.
Yes,
It's
Risa
the Hard
Yuzuki
Rock 2,
maps.
baby.
Let's go. Except it's
You
the
mean
skill-
Risa Yuzuki like Ben's 32 from the Philippines roster? Sorry, nobody got that. Nobody got that.
Except this is the skill set that every 6 digit hates the most. Welcome everyone. It is finally time for the position players to play alt on their beloved slot pool. Yeah. It's gonna be bad. Alright, this week's Hard Rock 2, as usual, 6.2 AR10. OD is on the 9.8 side, so I guess it's a little bit more generous, but again. It is 145 BPM flow alt, Hard Rock 2, so good luck position players.
Yeah, I know, we love more and more flow in our pool, right? You know?
Hey, in my defense, we haven't had I don't think we had a like actual flow alt Hard Rock 2 yet. We had Psycho, which was at a similar BPM, but it was only aim, and it was barely.
That's true. That's true. I remember you making it a very clear point.
So hey, we have our flow, we have our alt map, we have our obligatory 6-digit Hard Rock 2 alt map in our tournament now.
Yep, you love to see it.
We love to see it. We had to take a book from like 6EC.
I like my heart goes out to Dragon. This random viewer called Dragon5122. For the absolute glaze. Love to see you here. Love to see you being open with new pooling ideas. You know. Thank you for the glaze. I think we need to mod this guy right now.
Isn't he modded already?
What can I say?
Oh no, he's not.
No. What? Why are we
Guys,
modding people?
pronouns.
What?
Did I? Oh yeah, I forgot. What? I forgot that thing. Add that to the counter. Add that to the counter, Dragon. Add that to the counter. Try not to misgender Dragon Fire Challenge.
What the heck is going on?
No, the joke here, the bit here is that Dragon is like they, them, NB, and like everybody misgenders them all the time. And it's a bit at this point. It's so bad that it's a bit.
Oh, I see. Apparently,
Man,
they're at 10 now.
These kids these days.
These youngins.
Damn
man.
it, you're like.
These youngings these days.
Actually, no, fuck, you're older than Dragon. I can't say that.
I am older than Dragon.
And I'm the oldest here in the entire chat.
Okay, shut up, Mira. You're literally a fossil.
Yeah, see?
You
I am.
literally, you literally knew Queen Elizabeth when she was alive, bro.
Oh my god. Okay. I mean... Oh,
You know, it was just the speaking of Dragonfire, it was just the other day that I learned that Brexit was actually about the EU, about the UK leaving the EU.
Celtics.
It's actually crazy. Like I never knew that happened. I never knew that was a thing. I only knew of Brexit because of Brexit, like from Pokemon where they cut off the rosters.
Oh.
But anyways, geopolitics aside, that was the Hard Rock 2. Welcome back to the Project Hexagon. This whole commentary is a fucking mess, bro.
It
I'm
kind
so
of is,
locked
but
up.
like that's just our style of commentating, but yeah.
This is the worst style of commentary. Anyways, let's move on to Hard Rock 3 now. Some backstory into this map. It is actually gonna be a 6 APC edit, and we of course got the permission of our lovely mapper of this map. They might be in chat right now. Their name is Envy. So huge shout outs to Envy for allowing us to make this lovely edit for Hard Rock 3 because Jesus Christ, it's hard to find low SR hard rock tech in this economy. But it's gonna be Paint the Town Blue by Ashnico.
Yep.
Mapped by Envy.
Yep.
Let's jump straight into it.
This week's Hard Rock 3 is quite the banger, actually. I really love the song. It's pretty fun to play as well. This is more on the aim side of things. I don't think you will find the single burst. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure there isn't a single burst, but yeah. This week's Hard Rock 3 will be is a slider aim or borderline slider type of map. Sitting at 5.3 in terms of difficulty after Hard Rock, 165 BPM. The edit that we did is on the CS. The original CS of this map is, I think, 4.2, and we nerfed it down. Well, I considered it nerfing down to 3.9, but I decided to nerf it down to 4 at the end of the day.
Yeah, so that we can favor Idax just that little bit more.
Yeah, exactly. That is the main reason for it. But yeah, as we get into the first KI, you can already tell like there's slider velocity changes here and there, and there's some very fast sliders. There aren't very many slider ticks, but like it will be very draining on the accuracy. So if you don't follow the sliders properly, so this is pretty similar in a sense to last week where it's a accuracy check type of Auto 3. But yeah, make no mistake, this is still pretty hard to aim.
That's right, and I think a lot, something very interesting that this map does, it just throws your cursor left and right, with all the slider velocity changes. You go from huge jumps across the map to very slow slider velocities that freezes your cursor, and it's this kind of discomfort that I feel is very pronounced in this map. So yeah, a very fun map to play nonetheless, and a banger song. I love Paint the Town Blue. Oh my goodness, so good, it is so good. But yeah, that's going to be the Hard Rock 3. Huge shoutouts once again to Envy for allowing us to use this map in this 6 APC pool. Huge shoutouts to them, of course. But with that, let's move on to for the last time, let's move on to the worst mod pool in the game. It's gonna be the DT pool, and we're gonna kickstart it, as always, with DT1. But this time, we have a Porter Robinson song, that's right. It's gonna be Everything Goes On.
Replay by Floof as well, and this week's DT1,
What the? I've been listening to the song obsessively the past week and I didn't even know it was in the pool.
Oh. Well.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I mean that's. Where was I actually? DT1 speed aim.
He's getting to the age where he forgets things easily, chat.
Yeah, that's why I need to write things down. It
yeah,
happens,
alright.
you know. But yeah, 235 BPM. Similar to last week, this will be AR 10.1. So if you're AR capped at, or if you're AR capped at 10, this might be a little bit of an issue. It's okay, just use gamma. CS 3.6 and OD 9.8. All stats are after DT, of course. And yeah, this week will be awkward aim / speed aim type of DT1. It is pretty standard. It is another raw aim type of, kind of a raw aim type of map, but yeah. We've had a lot of tapping up until now, and there will be much more tapping afterwards. Trust me on that.
Yeah, 100%. This map, 235 BPM, very speedy. I mean, it's been the case for most of our DT1s, right? It's all about this high BPM aim that most of these players are used to. The spacing on this map is, you know, obviously gonna be larger than what we saw in earlier rounds. So yeah, nothing too out of the ordinary. The main difference, at least, is gonna be, of course, the 10.1 that this map, the AR 10.1 that this map is gonna be testing these players on.
Should be another comfortable pick for the lower seeded teams, I think. Well, if they're willing to coin flip to this, but yeah. It is pretty short too. It is like sitting at 2 minutes, 875 max combo, actually, which Floof actually achieved. So it's a perfect full combo.
Yep, as we come into the final KI, I mean, there's nothing much more to be said. It's just your standard DT1. So let's move on to yeah, no, this DT2
Can we just skip this? Can we just skip this?
A bit. Okay, this last week I know. Last week, you know, the mod 5 was found by me and Philoxen. This is also another map that was found by both me and Philoxen in a multi, I think. I don't want to announce this. It is gonna be Long Live the King by Twilight Force.
Oh, shit, we
DT, mind you.
Oh shit, we gotta top
Oh,
over it, otherwise
man.
we lose the we can get the MCA.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
I think we had. I think this pool would have been safe if we just skipped over this, but anyways, guys, DT2 this week. Long live the king. You might have seen it in higher rank ranges.
Who pulled for Inex?
Who pulled for Inex? Yes, this is the stamina pick of the pool, and this makes a lot more sense when you compare it to Noma 2 again, but and Noma 2 and Noma 5 specifically. This will be sitting at 200 BPM, so yes, if you're 200 BPM, enjoy your... I think there was someone who asked if the Noma 2 will be 200 BPM in Grand Finals. I said to them, your wish will be granted, but probably not in the way you want it, and this is what I meant. There is 200 BPM streams in this, and this will be the stamina speed type of map, sitting at AR 9.9, CS 3.8, and OD10, which is actually kind of brutal on this type of map, so... yeah, long live the king.
You know what I find the craziest part about this map, Mirage?
What?
The fact that Nebula actually took this map and thought, I think I should map 220 BPM streams. Like, can you believe it? We need more mappers like that in this economy. We need more mappers who are willing to map like 240 BPM streams so that we 6 digits can use them.
Real. Well, in all honesty,
it's crazy, bro.
On honesty, I think
this is a crazy find.
Yeah, 6 digit, I think in general just needs a lot more stamina speed type of map. Honestly speaking, and I won't even sugarcoat it. This is too hard for 5.8, and I won't sugarcoat it. But yeah, 6 digit in general honestly just needs more stamina speed type of maps, which unfortunately it's kind of lacking in this economy. But hey. It still makes sense, like in the whole random scheme, like the scheme of the things for the pool. Like it will make sense once you see the entire pool. But yeah, this is definitely another one of those. Wow, this is gonna be really hard for the pool, and I wonder how player will perform with it. At least the flow is not like very difficult on this map.
Yeah, I think unironically I have like a 50k score on this map. It's not even funny.
Yeah, it's fine. You're an ethnic 6 digit.
I'm an ethnic 6 digit and a chronic farmer. That's right, and we are coming towards the end. Really nothing much more to say about the map. In fact, the entire commentary booth is falling asleep. But wow. Yeah, that just is how it is with DTs, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, as we come to the end of Long Live the King, we will be moving into our DT3, and this is once again gonna be our second Porter Robinson song in the pool. It's gonna be Get Your Wish this time, and it's gonna be DT3 high BPM finger control. Let's jump straight into it.
Oh yeah, alright. This week's DT3 is not a quite...
Is a reaction.
Yeah. Yeah. SR is only sitting at 5.49. Actually, this is what the sheet is telling me, but then BetPlace is telling me something else. Oh, Lazy doesn't tell it at all. Okay, yeah. 4.49, and this BPM will be sitting at 285. This is high BPM frame control, which is kind of similar to what you have played in semifinals with this 7P map. I forgot what the name of that map is, unfortunately. But yeah.
It's fine.
Very high BPM, very frame control heavy. This is only sitting at AR 9.7 or 9.6, I guess. So at least it's the normal DT AR. But yeah, this will be pretty difficult. I assume players this week might be mashing this. But yeah, this used to be in finals pool, but we moved it up because like it's pretty difficult. It's deceivingly difficult.
It's pretty easy, I think. It's actually really easy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's actually really easy. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Unfortunately.
It's actually really, this entire pool is really easy.
Yeah, this entire pool is easy. I think Long Live the King is the easiest plan for the pool.
That's true, that's true. I think Raise Your Hands should have gotten a buff.
No, I think we should have released the original version of Raise Your Hands and the original version of Day by Day.
Yeah, I think we should have released, release the original versions of all of these maps. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I mean, nothing much more to say. It is the DT3 of all time. I mean, it is... I think this is like very... this is what early six-digit DT pooling looks like. This is what early DT2s, early six-digit DT2s and 3s look like. It was a lot of these, you know, doubles patterns, a lot of hard diffs turned DT. So yeah, nothing much more to comment about. This should be pretty familiar to most of our players here.
Well, I guess at the very least, one good thing is that we didn't pull Horizon Blue.
That is
Thumbs
true.
up.
We could have been a Philoxen pool.
Okay.
But we might pull Horizon Blue somewhere else. Wink, 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 wink.
Wink, wink. No, not again.
Players are going crazy.
Yeah, but with that, that is going to come. We are going to come to the end of our DT3. So, because we were pissed at you guys for not playing our old map DT4 before, we decided to say, you know what, fuck you guys. Let's make it so that nobody can play the DT4. This week we have Sleepless by Pixel Terror, Chime, and Terminite. It's gonna be DT4 Speed Tech. That's right.
Alright, this week's DT4, I actually forgot to delete something in the comment, I'm sorry. This is DT4 Tech. Sitting at 225 BPM, about 2 minutes in drain time, CS4, AR 9.6, usual stuff, usual goodies for DT players. But yeah, this week's DT4 is very different from last week. It's completely different skill set, completely different map as well. It's not an ult map. But
I think
go ahead.
yeah, this set is like really commonly used nowadays, a 6-digit, but not as commonly used as like an DT. This was used because of Kisaragi Cup, but I think a lot of people like 6-digits nowadays are really familiar with this song
Yes.
just because of the how common it is nowadays to see the higher dips pooled as the mud pours.
The map
It's crazy, right? Because this map is just so bad.
You know, I was telling Mirage about this. This is pulled as a 5.3 star DT3
Okay,
in
well.
Kisaragi Cup.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is
alright,
complete.
yeah,
that is
that's good,
not
that's
true.
true.
Okay,
That's
that is
true.
not true.
That's true. That's cold.
Like, I do think
Man,
the map.
Mirage, 6-digits will never know. Will never know when like maps like Sakura Burst or wait, was it Sakura Burst? No, it was Score Plus. That
yeah,
one
Score Plus.
diff of Score Plus.
Yeah.
They'll never know when that one purple diff of Score Plus was overpulled. This is so sad, Mirage.
I don't
That's
know,
very sad.
so that's a good metric.
Yeah, this is in my opinion actually one of the easier DT picks this week. It is relatively simple. It is still DT Tech, which is a 6-digit skill set that is not commonly tested. Usually it's tested like DT4 is usually tested as either old map or flow all in some cases, or some really wacky precision map, I guess. But yeah, DT Tech this week, I do expect players to probably have a slightly higher score than last week's. That we didn't see. I'm sad.
What are you, bro? Bro, I'm so sad. We never saw so many ways to be wicked, bro.
It's such a banger song. I'm sad no one played it.
It
Even just
is,
for the-
but I mean, this is a banger song as well. Terminite
Yeah, yeah.
never misses. Terminite style
there's
in
no
general.
R. Yeah, I mean, there's no R in 10 minute night.
I mean, oh, wait, that's so sad. Terminite is so cool. Okay, anyways, song name aside, we finally move out of the DT pool. Honestly, this DT pool is probably the best song-wise because there were no Japanese songs in the pool. Fucking Mirage. Anyways,
I'm quitting.
moving forward, we have our
Showcase
Fremont
ended
one.
with I'm
Don't
quitting.
worry, chat. Don't worry, chat. It's not a bomb Fremont one. Wait.
Is it
Never
a
mind,
bomb
it is a
bomb?
bomb. Never mind, it's a bomb Fremont one. It's gonna be Muso Kyoku Tarumere by Rondo. Fremont one.
Well,
This is a multi-skill set map, right? This is the multi-skill set map. I'm pretty sure.
yes.
That's right.
This is multi-skill set tapping. This Fremont one this week is 190 BPM, but it also has like all sections and whatnot. Slowdowns, speed ups. Actually, the speed ups aren't that noticeable, but there's a lot of slowdowns. So for hidden players, this is kind of tricky to read actually. So you need to practice this map multiple times as we get into slow section right now.
It's a banger.
And yeah, a little bit of finger control, a lot of streams, 190 BPM. For hard rock players, this is sitting at CS 3.5, as surprisingly a lot of our other Fremont ones have been. So CS wise, we're actually pretty generous, but let's not talk about the difficulty. Air 9.2.
Yeah, really, the map stats all around are relatively. I think they honestly, this is a very comfortable map for both mods. Well, as comfortable, at least map as far as map stats go, right? You have the CS 3.5, you have the AR 9.2. So, you know, it's relatively simple and relatively friendly to both mods. But I will say, I think this map is really, really good in how it targets multiple skill sets. You, of course, have the aim consistency that's just present throughout. One of the longest maps in the pool, coming in at 3 minutes 40. There are a lot of 190 BPM streams, and more importantly, or more prominently, there are a lot of 1/3 and swing patterns in this map, which I think 100% is going to be the main point of contention. But honestly, the overall consistency and the overall well-roundedness you need to play this map is something that I really enjoy in this Stream of One pick.
Should be a very interesting pick this week. I hope people will play it because I actually like this song a lot. So I hope we get to play it along with the other customs.
I definitely.
And yeah.
I mean, nothing much more to say, right? It's this map is just a empty slate like that,
Kinda
and the
speaks
song
for
is
it.
like really bad as well. I
You're
hate
bad.
the song.
The song is.
What?
Perry's trying to say, Gavin, you
yeah.
can't just hate on every single Japanese vocal song.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I mean,
What can I
just
say,
because
man?
the background is very.
Just because the background is a woman doesn't mean that you have to hate the song.
See, this is what I mean. Gammy's definitely gay.
I'm not gay, chat. I'm not gay. This is not a laughing matter.
I think this is a lot.
So like we went from politics to talking. We went from microwave ovens and cats to drowning cats to geopolitics, and now we're at gender.
I
Alright,
wouldn't be
chat.
surprised if we get Twitch banned at some point, honestly.
Yeah, honestly,
Glad we're not affiliate yet.
we'll become Twitch Pentagon. I mean,
Twitch
fuck,
Pen-
we'll become Project
Twitch
Pentagon.
Wait, why Pentagon? Are we going to fight each other?
By the way, if I see any one of the Filipinos being pretentiously kind to their opponents, I'm gonna ban them. Like, if you are good, you jolly well act like you're good, alright? I like, especially you, Hyushin. Like, I'm going to release a document telling everybody that you're gay. Oh wait, they already know that. Anyways,
Okay.
let's move on to our last of the conventional maps in the pool. And this is going to be, for the first time, a banger Freebot 1 and a banger Freebot 2. Because that's right, we got Origami Angel, baby. It's gonna be Say Less. Modern anti-mod Freemod 2. Finally, a good Freemod 2 map in my 6 APC pool.
Hold on. Now I have to fact check that right now. No,
Yeah,
you're
alright,
wrong. We
alright.
have reunion in Serrano 16. Loser.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay, fine,
Loser.
bro. Okay.
Anyways.
Talk about the map, Mirage. Talk about the map.
No, I refuse. Alright,
Oh, okay.
Fremont 2.
Alright. Stream is over.
Stream's over. No, I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, Fremont 2, we have an easy replay, so I'm sorry if it looks completely unreadable to you all. You can blame the replay for this. It's Dragonfire. He's in the chat. Go get him.
Dang! Aha! I caught that. I caught that. That's a -1 dragon.
Yeah, it's a -5. But 170 BPM, CS5 AR8, the classic stats. This week's know what? Yeah. Why do I like know what? This week's Fremont 2 is. Yeah, well, honestly, it just looks really deceiving on easy. Like, it looks so dense, but it's not really that dense. But, it's a.
I think actually this exact diff was Hard Rock 2 in 6WC Grand Finals from 2024, because I remember hard carrying my team on this. I don't know.
Did you see it?
Continue. Please continue. Yes, I did.
Wait, were you on the hot
I
rock or
actually don't know if I did. Hard Rock, I think.
Damn, okay.
It was Hard Rock. It was Hard Rock 2.
Yeah.
It was Hard Rock.
Oh,
2.
yeah. Sorry. It was hard rock.
Yeah.
Pretty difficult map, honestly, and it wasn't intentional. I didn't actually know. I forgot this was from 6WC, to be honest, but yeah. It's still a banger
No, we
song. It is
100% knew.
I
We
did.
just ran out of ideas.
I did actually.
We just ran out of ideas, chat. What can I say?
Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah, I guess we ran out of ideas, but yeah, it's a pretty short
Yeah.
song though. It's only sitting at 2 minutes in terms of brain time, but yeah, it should be pretty comfortable. And it's a bang.
And it's a banger. If only Origami Angel did a longer song so that you can do a
Cough,
tiebreaker
cough.
for it. Cough. Origami Angel custom song in 6WC. What can I say?
Whoa.
But yeah, anyways, let's move along from Fremont 2. And with that, oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, this map has been a long time coming, to say the very least, right? Initially, this song, the song that we chose was Karimiko Impermanent, if I'm not wrong. And, you know, we listened to it here and there, you know, in fact, it was sent to the mappers, right? We listened to it here and there, and at the end of the day, we really didn't feel like it was what we were looking for in a tiebreaker. So we kept on looking through tiebreakers. Project Hexagon is notorious for taking God knows how long to find out grand finals tiebreaker. And we were looking through one particular artist, and they caught our eye. You might know this artist. Their name is, they are an FA, and their name is the one, the only, none other than Kagetora. And when we saw that song, we were instantly drawn to not just the how it was composed, not just the song itself, but the significance that the song had and the context where it was produced. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We have an Osu original, not Project Hexagon original, unfortunately. No comment. But that an Osu original nonetheless. Before I take you guys to the song that we have today, I would first like to shout out everybody involved with this map. Of course, firstly, the entire team who has put in painstaking hours to find this song. I'm joking. But it genuinely took us so long to find this song. And of course, the production team behind the map. We have Kaya Maniac, the one and only Kaya Maniac, who was the artist for the No Mod 4 bit that you just saw. Coming back to do a custom background for this tiebreaker. Alongside, of course, we can never understate the efforts of our video editor, Aquatic3, for his incredible work on this tiebreaker. Huge shout out, he was working tirelessly throughout the entire day, deep into the night, burning that midnight oil to get this tiebreaker out for you guys. Of course, huge shout outs to our mappers. We have Prody, JRE, Vertical Dude, and Nomi Nomu, who have stepped up to the challenge of mapping this incredible tiebreaker. But I think with that, I mean, Mirage Perry, do you have any last words before I say the final words, before we see the final map of 6APC?
Nope. Not from me.
Let's go for it.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, from the grand finals of the 5th edition of Vietnam Osu Championship 2024, let us take you on a journey to conquest. Welcome, everybody, to Kagetora Unprecedented Traveler. And that is it. Ladies and gentlemen, 7 rounds of Mappool Showcases, 7 rounds of pools have been undergone to come to this very moment. And honestly, I'm just so happy that it's over. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, to close it all out, Unprecedented Traveler will be the grand finals tiebreaker for the 6-digit Asia Pacific Cup. Thank you once again to everybody involved. In case you guys were wondering, the switches in skins were all the replayers that were involved. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough time to render everybody in, but it was in sequence. Will M, then Mirage, then Aquatic, Perry, then Aquatic again, then myself, and then to close out, we have the original Emerald Aegis. I mean, who has done... I mean, this is his first replay, you know? First replay for the tournament. You love to see it. But... I mean, I don't have anything else to say. Really, it has been a journey and a half hosting 6APC with all of you guys, with everybody in the commentary booth. It was during 6APC, I think, that CDC finally stood up as a group, stood up as a collective group, and it was during 6APC that, you know, we got the gig for 6WC. And so, 6APC as a tournament, although might not be the most important thing in the world, grand finals might still be a sweep, and at the end of the day, it's just, we don't know if this legacy of 6ABC will even continue moving forward, because we don't know if anybody will want to host it moving forward. But if anything, number one, this is Perry's first tournament hosted. Can you guys believe it? This is her first tournament. Huge shout outs to her for all the work she has done. And number two, I think what I learned from this tournament is a lot of flaws were revealed. A lot of my individual flaws were revealed as a host during the period that I was hosting 6APC. There were a lot of times, especially when 6WC hosting just got released, where I was sidetracked a lot of the time. I had very big plans that I wanted to do, but I just never got up to do it. And there were a lot of revelations that I had to come to throughout the course of this tournament, throughout hosting this tournament, throughout the preparation of this tournament, that, you know, I had to come to terms with. And in that sense, I'm very, very proud to stand here as your host today, as a better host, hopefully, as a better staff member, and of course, as a better co-host to, you know, my lovely Perry. Before we go, I would like to we will be doing this once again during our closure stream, so I don't want to drag this on for too long, but before we go, I would like to sincerely thank, I know they haven't been too active in 6APC, but at least in the early concept, they were definitely there. I would like to thank SSD, Summer OUO, and Mei-Ling Hong for being there to start the initial foundation of this tournament. Although come later, it was mainly Project Hexagon who took the front foot as we finally started getting all of our programs done. As we started fixing up our organizational structure, we sort of took the front. We sort of took the initiative for most of APC. So yeah, huge shout outs to them, and of course, moving away from that, shout outs to our head pooler Mirage. A lot of pooling changes I think Mirage and I have undergone throughout 6APC. And come 6WC, that's when you'll see them be put into full force. We've spoken to many reputable members of the tournament community. Think, you know, Stage, think Shiv, to really reform what 6APC has been as a or what 6APC does from a pooling standpoint, from a replaying standpoint, from a playtesting standpoint, from the entire pooling system has been largely reworked during the course of APC. And I could not have done that without the countless amounts of hours that I've spent during my holidays, sitting in VC with Viraj, talking about, okay, what are we going to do with pooling? What do we want to change out about this pooling sheet? What do we want to do with customs? What do we want to do with custom songs?
Yeah.
And I think this really sets the foundation moving forward as Project Hexagon branches out into more ambitious tasks. So, Mirage, thank you so much for your work. Will M, he's in chat right here. Unfortunately, he's not in the commentary booth. But shoutouts to Will M for being the end-all be-all back-end cheater. You might not see him very often. You might see him in the commentary booth sometimes doing color casting. But a lot of the times, a lot of people don't recognize Will M and his work. But he is truly one of the most important people when it comes to the backbone of CDC and on tournaments in general. our technical lead now, Willem. He is involved with all of your backend stuff, all your statistics. Okay, the statistics were done by Tech Drive this time, but your main sheet stuff, all of your ref sheet fixing, all of it has gone through Willem. All of the sheets were hand developed by Willem and Perry, and for that I cannot thank you enough. Thank you so much, Willem, for your efforts in the technical aspect, not just in 8PC, but moving forward in all of our future projects. Of course, Aquatic 3, the one who made 6 APC go from the middling tournament, an okay tournament, to a outstanding 6-digit tournament. It was only through your countless hours of staying up, burning that midnight oil, that 6 APC could really go above and beyond in terms of its Mappool showcases. And I mean, you've been here from the very beginning, buddy. You are absolutely incredible to work with. And you've been making huge leaps and bounds and improvements when it comes to video editing. Now, before I go to the last person, huge shoutouts to, of course, all of the staff that have been involved thus far. We have people like Frawan, people like GS Break. Both of them have been spearheading streaming for 6 APC, where I myself find myself struggling to fill in a bunch of matches due to all of my fucking tournaments. Thank God I'm out of that. Thank God I'm out of that hell. Frawan coming in from 6 EUC, having just finished that, coming in as an admin and coming to 6 APC to help us. Recently joined Project Hexagon as well, so huge shout outs to them. GS Break, our new staff member, thank you so much for being a responsible staff. You're definitely a huge asset to us from Project Hexagon, so shout outs to yourself. Shout outs to all of my commentators, most notably Police VN. Although you are a new commentator, I can tell that you definitely have a lot of potential, and I really appreciate your initiative taking all the matches that we have. Just to name a few, you know, Blitz, Fladrake, Gabber, Aquatic, Willem, Bean Curd commentating, Nightmare Waifu, Kiraze, LOL3270. I'm sure I'm forgetting someone, and if I am, I am so sorry. But of course, huge shout out most of all in the commentary booth to Wooden Pickaxe. Their efforts in not just commentary, but building the community from 6 APC has been nothing short of inspirational to me, and I sincerely appreciate all the work that you've done for interviews and whatnot. And refs, of course, Depressive. All of our refs, honestly, all of our refs have been amazing. And if I were to name you guys, I can't name drop people in particular, but of course, Depressive for making all the schedules every week. Thank you so much. And of course, as you come to the end of the special thanks, I cannot understate the effort that my lovely co-host, my partner in life, Perry Criolla, has done for this tournament. Early on, you know, Perry was one of the co-hosts. The one of the original 3 co-hosts with me, Mei Ling Hong, and herself. She was the one who was the main driving factor for this tournament. Where I had ambition, she kept me grounded. Where I started to lose focus, she was always there to drag me back. And you see her everywhere. You see her doing your replays. You see her writing your announcements. And all in all, with Perry, I feel like without Perry, I don't think 6 APC could have been as successful as it would have been. And I mean, you guys know her from all of her work, left, right, center, right? She is one of the most prominent staff in 6-digit and in the tournament community as a whole. And her deciding to take a step back from that and actually work on her own tournament with myself is something that I sincerely appreciate very much. So I cannot thank this enough. The biggest of thanks goes out to my lovely partner, Perry Criolla. Thank you so much, darling. I love you.
I'm gonna cry.
But with that, I mean, there are a lot more stuff that I can thank. Of course, thank you all to all the mappers, all the pooling stuff. I don't want to name drop replayers right now because there are a lot of people that this talk has been going on for so long at this point. Yeah, and I'm not crying at the end of it. So, any last words from the commentary booth before we close it off?
Nope, not from me.
I'll do my sappy announcement at the end of APC.
Yeah, I was gonna
Alright.
do that as well, so because yeah.
Well, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, for the last time in the Mappool Showcase booth, thank you so much for your support. 6 APC wouldn't be 6 APC without you guys. And I sincerely hope that your experience playing has been as fun as it has been for us hosting. And I hope that you guys will be looking forward to what we have to come, not just during the grand finals period of 6 APC, but what comes before that. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what we do now. It matters. What matters is the greater tournament community at large, and what we hope is that, you know, people see this, people get inspired, and people host better tournaments moving forward. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, once again for watching. This has been Project Hexagon, and we are so happy to have you here. Look forward to the matches that we have later on in grand finals. Of course, insert regular Philippines banter. I hope they I hope Inex Manjuke no shows, oversees the match, losers, and we have an exciting grand finals matchup. But I think the close match to be looking out for, if you have to ask me, is gonna be the Indonesia versus China match. But you didn't hear it from me. Oh my goodness. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, my name has been Gammy Crayola. Joining me in the commentary booth has been Mirage, Perry, and Aquatic. Thank you to everybody for watching. Drop a follow to our Twitch. Drop a follow to our Twitter if you don't want to miss future Project Hexagon updates and future Project Hexagon streams. But until then, my name has been Gammy Crayola. This has been the 6-digit Asia Pacific Cup, and for the last time on the Mappool Showcase stream. Thank you so much for watching, and we are signing out. Goodbye.